All right. Giving all praises to Yahweh, Ba'ashim, Yahushai, Ba'ashim Rakah HaKodash. Double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone. Sincere shalom to the hopeful elect. Okay. We'll title this video, "The People Who Are No Longer Israelites Have Lost Their Faith." Okay. I repeat it. The people who are no longer Israelites, who no longer identify with being a Hebrew Israelite, okay, talking to you Negro, Latinos, and Native Americans, all right, that have once, you once identified as an Israelite. You've attempted to clean yourself up. You know what I'm saying? And, you came into the truth. All right. But if you deviate from that, okay, and you say that, I don't need this tradition anymore. I don't identify as that anymore. They're preaching hate. Okay, these are people that have lost their faith, man. All right. And right here, you got this picture of this woman, the caption on the picture says, "I'm no longer a member of the Hebrew Israelites." Okay. And I got this this info from the elder Manata Zakba's video. Okay, I was watching it, and I figured I should make a video to this, because right now you're seeing a surge of people that are jumping on the internet, giving their testimony on why they no longer identify as being a Hebrew Israelite, why they left the camp and decided to go back into the world and, receive the love of Jesus again, or whatever else doctrine that they clung onto. You know what I'm saying? Now, for these people that's saying this, okay, they are still Hebrew Israelites, because you are a Hebrew by blood. All right. You're a Hebrew by blood. You don't just quit and just be like, oh, okay, well, I'm no longer an Israelite anymore. No, you're a Hebrew by blood, man. Okay. You could sit there and you could quit the camp, or whatever, group you were associated with. Okay, you could quit that, and you could try to creep back into the world, but you're gonna still be held to the same standard. All right, you still know the truth. Okay, that's never gonna erase out of your head. A lot of you Jakes, you think that you could just snap your finger and then I don't believe in that anymore, so it doesn't register to me. It has nothing to do with me anymore, because I don't believe in it. Okay? It don't matter what you believe in, man. Okay? The truth is the truth. All right? The truth is the truth. Okay? And mainly what I see, in regards to these people that are making these videos talking about how they no longer identify with being a Hebrew Israelite, mainly it's women that are making these videos and making these responses. And it makes sense, because, the modern woman in this time period, she does anything to absolve herself from any form of discipline. And that's what this truth is all about. Okay. That's what the spirit of Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahushai is all about. Okay. It's about discipline. All right. And taking accountability. All right. And, more than likely, you're going to have to deal with rebuke. You're going to have to deal with people that are going to have to reprove you and shaping you up. Okay. And a lot of these women, they don't want to have to deal with that. Right. Because just like the saying goes in this time period, modern women can't take accountability. Okay. So it's mainly women that are coming out saying, oh, I'm no longer a Hebrew Israelite. They're a cult. They were this, they were that. They were bossing me around. And then they try to put that narrative out there that, when I was a part of them, all it was about was hate. All it was about was hate. Well, if you came into the truth, all right, and you read the scriptures, okay, and you got a full understanding, all right, you would know that it's okay to hate your enemies, man. The Most High hates, okay, all right. The scriptures talk about how the Most High is angry with the wicked every day. OK, the Most High hates abomination. These things are in the scriptures, man. OK, the Most High hates sinners. All right. So it's OK to hate. OK, the scriptures say hate abomination vehemently. That means extreme. You're supposed to have an extreme displeasure at abominable lifestyles, man, and the people that do them. Okay, your enemy hates you. The so-called white man, Esau Edom. Okay, he hates you as a nation, man. All right, you gonna sit there and tell me that chattel slavery was not hate? You see, but that's the thing, though. A lot of you Jakes that come into the truth, you're not really 100% in the truth. Okay, you come into the identity of being a Hebrew Israelite, right? And that's all good and dandy. Now you got your fringes on. Now you Kwam Yasharala, everything. Okay, but you don't have a full, you still don't have a full understanding of what you're a part of. You see? A lot of you Jakes, you come into this thing for kicks and giggles. To be a part of something, to have a community of friends, all right? Not knowing that, this truth is about business first, man, okay? And it's going to be a lot of correction going out, all right? A lot of correction before you even really get friends in the truth, okay? You're going to have to deal with a lot of correction. You're going to have to get cut. You're going to have to get rebuked. All right, because like the scriptures say, wisdom has to try you. OK, then wisdom can become your friend. But a lot of these Jakes, they can't even survive that trial period of being corrected, of being told what to do. So then they give up. Right. They give up and say, oh, well, this is too much for me. They're bossing me around. They're telling me what to do. I don't feel the love. No, it's just you a wicked ass nigga, man. OK, you just a wicked ass, rebellious ass nigga. All right. That don't want to be told shit. OK, that's all it is. All right. All right. It ain't even nothing deep with these characters that get on the internet and sit here and, talk about how they're no longer this and they're no longer that. It's not even deep. It's just that these people have lost their faith, man. OK. OK, and the scriptures tell you in the last days, let's get it real quick. OK, giving heed to seducing spirit. OK, a lot of you Jakes, you get sidetracked. OK, you start dipping into other doctrines. All right. And then you start believing something else. You start reading the book of Enoch. You're supposed to be a Hebrew Israelite. Right. And then you start reading the book of Enoch. You start reading the book of Egyptology. And then now your doctrine is all confused. You start having conversations with Mormons and shit. You see? You're supposed to stay focused on this, man. All right. You're supposed to stay focused. OK. The Lord said, be faithful unto death, man. When did the Lord say be faithful, but, you could back out here and there if you want to. Go find yourself. No, the Lord said, be faithful unto his word unto death, man. OK. A lot of you motherfuckers that gave up, man. All right. That's making these little response videos online. You motherfuckers is just some cowards, man. All right. That's how I look at you. You just a coward. You couldn't keep up, you faggot. OK, that's all it is. You're not built for this. All right. That goes for women, too. A lot of you women are not built for this. You're not built to be a good woman, a woman of Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai. Right. like they like, like a lot of these women like to say, a daughter of Sarah. A lot of you women are not built for that, man. You still got that feminist demon on you. You know what I'm saying? You still, you supposed to be a Hebrew Israelite, but in the back of your mind, in your subconscious, you still got that narrative, oh, a nigga ain't shit. Niggas ain't good for nothing. You know what I mean? You listening to Sexy Red and Glorilla and shit. You still got that demon on you, man. Okay? So eventually the Lord roots you out of this thing. Okay? So this is 1 Timothy 4, starting at verse 1. It says, now the Spirit speaketh expressly that in the latter times some shall depart from the faith. Okay? This is a example right here of somebody that has departed from the faith. I'm no longer a member of the Hebrew Israelites. Okay? You've lost faith. You've given up. All right? And that's not going to be rewarded. Great. That's not going to be rewarded in a good sense. Okay? You've turned your back on the Lord. All right. Now, this woman was probably a part of one of them bug out camps. You know what I'm saying? Probably a part of one of them bug out camps. You know what I mean? So she was already probably in the wrong spirit, in regards to, her leadership or whoever. Right. But to just give up on your identity as a whole. OK, let's just say, for instance, you were a part of a camp that was going off. Right. Let's just say, for instance, you were a part of a camp that was going off, a camp that wasn't 100% tight knit. OK, but it don't change the fact of what you know, that you are a Hebrew Israelite by blood. OK, and you are you're in a covenant with Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai in regards to the law, statutes, and commandments, and the prophets and the prophecies will come to pass. That's not going to change. Okay, so to just give up as a whole and then go back into the world and go, get back into Christianity, you know what I mean? Because your homegirl, you had a deep conversation with your homegirl and, you want to appease your homegirl. You don't want her to feel bad. So, okay, well, she's not an Israelite. She don't believe in it. And she's my best friend. So I'm just going to have to give it all up so that way she can feel better. You people are weak, man. All right. You're weak. All right. And you've departed from the faith. Okay. It says, some shall depart from the faith, giving heed to seducing spirits and doctrines of devils, speaking lies and hypocrisy, having their conscience seared with a hot iron. And that's all the people that have left this movement, man. That's all the people that have given up on the Lord. Okay, they are liars, hypocrites. Okay, and they've given heed to seducing spirits. That's why they left. All right. Probably watched some YouTube video. They stayed up at 2 a.m. watching some YouTube video, with some bugged out ass nigga. Right. Trying to tell them, oh, God is love. You shouldn't be preaching hate. God is love. That's not the power of God. And then Jake be like, oh, okay, yeah, you know what? That ain't the power of God. This Hebrew Israelite stuff is hate. This isn't love. Edomites can make it. Yeah. Yeah, you're fit for destruction, man. Okay? So for these people that get up online and they talk about how they left the Hebrew Israelites and now they want to say it's a cult and all this. Okay? You got to understand, those people are 2/3. Okay? They're 2/3. All right? And the Lord is going to deal with them harshly. Okay, the Lord is going to bring a brutal judgment upon these people that have given up the faith. All right, because that's a direct slap in the face, man. All right, billions of Israelites on the planet, and the Lord gave you the opportunity to redeem yourself, and you say fuck them. Okay, you say, oh, well, I don't need that. There's other things going on that's better than being a Hebrew Israelite. Yeah, the Lord is going to rip you apart in these latter times. Okay, you're not going to go to the grave in peace. All right, I promise you that. Okay, let's get another scripture. Yeah, let's get this. This is 2 Esdras 15:4. It says, for all the unfaithful shall die in their unfaithfulness. Okay, straight to the point. All right, all the unfaithful, man. Everybody who turned their back, okay, and try to say that what we're teaching is crazy now, and this is a cult, this is a hate group. Well, wait a minute. At one point in time, you was a part of it. Okay, at one point in time, you was a part of it. All right. You had a hatred for the Edomites. You had a hatred for the Moabites as well. Okay. But what it is somewhere down the line, Jake get offended. Okay. Jake get offended. Maybe somebody corrected them. All right. Maybe they was doing some wicked ass shit and somebody told him, hey, man, cut that shit out. And Jake get offended. So now, now this is a cult. Now we're crazy. You know goddamn well we ain't crazy, man. Because when you was a part of it, all right, you was calling everybody else crazy. Now you flip the switch and you call us crazy. You're a goddamn joke. You're a coward, man. All right. And I don't got no respect for somebody that creeps back into the world after receiving this glorious light. You ain't shit, nigga. Okay. And you gonna die in your unfaithfulness. All right. Let's get this. No, let's get this. Let's save that last. Let's get this real quick. This is Romans 3, starting at verse 3. It says, for what if some did not believe? Okay. And this is an example of somebody that does not believe. She really don't believe in the Lord. Now, somebody like this, they'll sit there and say, oh, just because I'm not a Hebrew Israelite, that don't mean that I don't believe in God anymore. I'm just doing it a different way now. No, you don't believe in the Most High. Okay. You don't believe in the Most High. All right. Because first and foremost, you're rebellious. Okay. You're rebellious against your own nature. All right. Okay. The scriptures say in Ecclesiastes, this is the whole duty of man. Fear God and keep his commandments. Straight up. Okay. And the commandments were only given to the Israelites. So if you saying I'm not an Israelite anymore, all right, that means that you don't fear the Most High and you don't care to keep his commandments, man. Okay, so you do not believe. You don't believe in the Heavenly Father, all right, in his Son. It says, shall their unbelief make the faith of God without effect? And these people that get up on, that make these videos, all right, on the internet and, they think that they doing something. They think that they're coming with a counteract, okay, against the truth. Oh, I'm no longer a Hebrew Israelite, and I found out that this is what's going on, and they're about this, and you guys should stay away from them. Okay, good job, bozo. But guess what? World War III is still going to happen. The MOTB is still going to be implemented. All right, what are you going to do in those times? Okay, what are you going to do in those times? All right, you already gave up on your own God. Okay, what are you going to do? All right. So everything that's in the scriptures is still going to play out. Prophecy is still going to play out. You ain't stopping shit just because you don't believe. So we all just supposed to pack up and give up everything we know because one goddamn weasel don't believe no more. Motherfucker that got offended. Motherfucker that couldn't keep up. You see, you don't listen to star players. OK, let's say, for instance, football. The star players don't listen to the niggas on the bench. OK, somebody on the bench. All right. Their opinion is not going to sway, the person that's actually on the field. Somebody on the bench that ain't never even played in the game. He just sitting on the bench, but he's sitting there trying to tell the quarterback, yeah, You know, you really shouldn't be throwing the ball like that. You know, really, man, you shouldn't be doing this. You should be doing it like this. And, you know, they're going to look at him, you know, they're going to tell him, hey, nigga, shut up, man. Oh, go ahead. Yeah, go ahead. You know, they're going to tell him, hey, shut up, man. Even the coach is going to tell him, hey, shut your mouth, man. You a bench. You on the bench, man. Okay? You have no business telling the star players what to do. Okay? That's what a lot of these Israelites are that, you know, that couldn't keep up. You know, they're on the bench. Well, actually, they're not even on the bench no more. They're off the team. Okay? They're not even associated with the sport anymore. Okay? So we, you know, somebody like this and somebody who's, you know, make these videos online talking this madness. Okay? You don't regard them. You don't listen to them. You don't hear what they say and hear their point of view. Fuck them, man. Okay? Let them die off with the world then, man. They want to go chase the world. Couldn't keep up. Get out of here, you fucking coward. All right? Ain't nobody gonna feel sorry for you. Okay? Motherfuckers be trying to make these videos and put them up online for somebody to feel sorry for them. I was so oppressed when I was a Hebrew Israelite. They did this. Man, shut up, man. Okay? You just a weak-ass, spineless bitch that couldn't keep up with the program, man. Okay? Shut up. That goes for men, too. Okay? A lot of you men are putting up these videos as well. And you niggas should be ashamed of yourself. You niggas sound like some effeminate-ass teenage women, man. They wouldn't let me do this, man. They talk about I can't get a lineup no more, man. I can't eat no pork, man. What the fuck, man? They hate group. They're a hate group. Whole bunch of mama boys, man. It's a whole bunch of mama boys that come into this truth, man. Okay? And the Lord ain't doing nothing but just cleaning house. All right? Only the elect is going to be the last one standing, man. All right? You got to remember that. The elect is going to be the last one standing. Everybody else is going to fizzle out. They're going to be found out to be cowards and frauds. Okay? Good riddance for niggas like this. It says, verse 4, it says, God forbid, yea, let God be true, but every man a liar. As it is written, that thou mightest be justified in thy sayings, and mightest overcome when thou art judged. Okay? Let God be true and every man a liar. You see? And the Most High said that, you know, prophecy will come to pass, man. Okay? Let's get that real quick. Let's get that. Go with Terry. Okay. This is Habakkuk 2:3. It says, for the vision is yet for an appointed time, but at the end it shall speak. Yeah, we're in the end times. Okay. And prophecy is speaking. Donald Trump, all right, he's getting ready to crash the economy. What do you think all these tariffs is about? So for these people that are sitting here saying, I'm no longer a Hebrew Israelite. Okay, what are you going to do when the lights shut out? What are you going to do when there's no more food in the stores? All right. And you've given up on your own God. Can't call on the Lord no more. You gave up on him. What are you going to do? You going to, you know what I mean? You're going to call on the love of Jesus to put food in your stomach? Okay. You're going to be subject to whatever judgment Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai got out here. All right. And it's going to go double for you because you gave up. All right. You're going to get it worse than the average nigga out here, man. All right. It says, but at the end it shall speak and not lie. You see, at the end it's going to speak and not lie. So these prophecies is going to come to pass. You niggas that no longer associate yourself with this truth. Okay, whatever, man. Go ahead and back out. All right. Because, yeah, things is about to get testy. Persecution is getting ready to happen. All right. Esau is getting ready to play the blame game. All right. Yeah. So this might be the best time for y'all to back out and hit the road. But just understand that for you giving up faith, all right, the Lord is going to come visit you, man. Okay, and he going to come visit you when he starts to bring these plagues upon the earth. It says, and not lie, though it tarry, wait for it, because it will surely come. It will not tarry. You see? So the prophecies is going to come to pass. You ain't stopping nothing. Let God be true and every man a liar. Okay? Just because you don't associate, you don't identify as being a Hebrew Israelite, okay, big whip-de fucking do, man. All right? You're nobody. All right? That's why you couldn't keep up. You're nobody in the story. All right? In the grand scheme of things, you're a chaff in the wind. Okay? It's better that you do pack up and hit the road, man. All right? We don't need no weaklings around anyways, man. Okay? Anybody who has shaky, you know, they shaky in what they believe in, get out of here, man. All right? The Lord is only looking for soldiers, man. And in regards to women, the Lord is only looking for loyal women. Okay? The women that have the spirit of the women back in the ancient days, man. Right? The women who have the spirit of Deborah, what's her name? Samuel's mother, right? Judith. Okay. You got to at least come close to that. And those women, they were loyal to the bone. Okay. They were loyal to the bone, man. All right. And none of you women, you don't even come close to that, man. So, yeah, you go ahead and get your little emotional, modern, feminist ass up out of here, man. Okay? You might as well go ahead and get half naked and, try out that rap career and try to be the next goddamn Megan Thee Stallion or something, man. All right? You failed at this. You lost faith, man. No respect. Okay? Let's get this last one. Matthew 24:13, it says, but he that shall endure unto the end. You see? Let's get that word endure. Okay? Endure. Suffer something painful or difficult patiently. You see? And Jake loses patience. That's really what it be about. Jake be losing patience, man. Jake think that, oh, you come into this truth and, you start the kingdom of heaven is only 3 months away now. Soon as you come into the truth, shit is all hang out and it's the Boys and Girls Club. We know we Israelites getting money now with it. Okay, no, Jake come into this truth and yeah, you might have that honey in the beginning, right? Because you find out the truth, but eventually that bitter kicks in, all right? That bitter kicks in, okay? And you find out that this truth is all about endurance and it's all about suffering patiently, okay, until Yahweh Shai raises us up, man. All right? And that's dealing with the affairs of this life, the demons that attack you, being corrected and reproved and rebuked. You know what I'm saying? A lot of Jakes can't take it, man. They're not built for it, man. They don't have thick skin. All right? They've been in America way too long. Okay. It says, but he that shall endure unto the end, the same shall be saved. Okay. So somebody like this, she didn't endure unto the end. She's not going to be saved. She's a reprobate. She's a degenerate. All right. She gave up. Okay. So she won't see salvation. All right. And that goes for the rest of you Jakes, men and women. Okay. That have given up the faith, man. You're not going to be saved, man. All right. What are you going to say when the Lord come back? Because he is coming back. Okay. There's no doubt about it. Yahweh Shai is on his way back, man. And when he comes back, what are you going to tell him? Oh, Lord, I didn't think you was coming back, so I gave up on the Hebrew Israelite thing. But hey, I always believed in you. I always believed in you, though. The Lord going to say, get the hell away from me, ye that work iniquity, man. All right. And the Lord going to put you to death, man. Okay. The scriptures say, what does it say? Roughly paraphrasing, whoever don't forsake their life cannot be my disciple. Okay. And a lot of these Jakes, they still got attachments to this wicked ass world. right? The influences of their family members is all up in their ear. You know, they job, you know, they go to work with the fringes on and, you know, they missing job opportunities. People don't want them involved in their social circles anymore. So then Jake get weak and be like, oh man, I want to, man, I don't want to be an outcast in the world. People think people think I'm spreading hatred. You know, people think I'm spreading hatred. You see, this truth is about leaders, man. It's not about people that want to fit in. Okay, yeah, you do your best to fit in amongst the body of Yahushua, but as far as this world, okay, you're not supposed to try to fit in with these people. You're not supposed to try to compromise your integrity to make this world happy. Okay, a lot of you Jakes, you're your followers. You're not leaders, man. All right, that's the characteristics of a follower. Somebody that's a follower is somebody that's concerned about what everybody else in the room is thinking about them, and they don't want to do anything too bold to piss people off because they don't want people to dislike them. You see? And then on the flip side, a leader is somebody that is bold, all right, that stands on what they believe in, no matter what obstacle is in front of them, okay, and they could give two shits about who like them and who don't. You see? A lot of you Jakes ain't leaders, man. All right? A lot of you men that come into this truth, you're not men. That's why you give up on this thing, okay, because you're not a real man. All right? So, Lord willing, this was edifying, to give all praises to Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai. Shalom, shalom.